Yeah, we're here in Thomas Davis GAA Club to have our very first interview with the new Dublin Camogie under-16 manager, Jonny Jackson. Jonny, congratulations on the new position.
Thank you.
You know, for people that are looking in today and may not know you too well, could we get a little bit of a background? You know, you are attached to Thomas Davis Club, but a bit of background about yourself.
Well, I'm involved in Thomas Davis. I'm coaching here almost 20 years. Currently I'm with the under-16 football team, 2002 guys. I've had them almost 11 years. We were the first team to come out of academy, and we've been very successful going through with the guys that they broke away between football and the hurling, and we attained Division 1 status in hurling. We've maintained it to present day. The footballers the same. We in under 14 for the Fela, we were lucky enough to win Dublin Division 3 and then go on to win the All-Ireland Blitz or Fela. So, you know, next year will be the first time ever in our history that we've had a Division 1 football and hurling team together. So coming out of juvenile, it's a good time for us that we can celebrate the success that we've had all the way along. Collectively between the hurling and the football, we've had success every year. Because the guys are used to winning and they have that winning attitude, they can pull it, and personally that's one of my biggest achievements, that, you know, we're being so fortunate to be involved with a group of guys that have that second nature to them. Prior to that, you know, one of my first teams I was involved with, Willie Crute, this brother of Mick Crute, and, you know, one of the things that he instilled into us was that no matter what, always give 110%. And that stuck to me, that, you know, we, you know, 20 years ago I had to give up football because I blew out my knee. No matter what you do, you try and you give it your best. So I've been very fortunate that in all the teams that I've done, I think there was only 2 years that we didn't win something, but we actually maintained a reasonably high position. So, you know, look, Thomas Davis has been very good to me with the teams and the guys that I've been with. It's not about me, it's about them. So personally I say thanks very much, and I firmly believe I wouldn't have this opportunity today without them. So, you know, in smaller ways, I don't think I can add too much more really. So.
You're also involved with the refereeing, and you have been your referee coordinator as well.
Yeah, I work for the Dublin County Board as a referee tutor. Again, a great opportunity came my way 2 years ago to get involved with Danny Harrington and Kevin Donoghue, who are the main drivers of referee tutoring in Dublin. So I'll be responsible for level 1 Go Games, level 2 and level 3. The 3rd of October, my next one, doing the level 2 in Parnell Park with Danny. So again, you know, it's giving something back, seeing the new talent coming through. You look at Tomas Gleeson, for argument's sake, who was one of our first guys to come through the pathway and now referee at an inter-county level, and that's success for us as a group. With that, because I work with Ger O'Connor, who's the head of training, I pushed myself to do the Award 2 with his guidance. So again, because of the people that I've got to know through the GAA in all aspects, and even with the guys in the Camogie, because I'm a coordinator in the under-16 league as well, work with Gary, Jim and the guys, who they tell us, like, they're the bosses. I really enjoy that aspect of it. So I'm very fortunate to work with a great group of people, not with just Dublin football and hurling, but also with the Camogie, which is a big passion for me, so I really enjoy it. Hence, that's why I applied for the job.
You weren't busy enough and you've decided to take on this other job as well, and that's going to be a big workload for you in the coming season.
Yeah, look, it is, but I gave it a lot of thought. I did talk to Jim and Gary in the past. I see myself as being a Thomas Davis resource, and I think I've said it a couple of times, and furthermore than that, a county resource. I would love, and I wanted to do something different. I think I can add value. I think I can add, you know, something dynamic to the operation. I would have been happy going in as a sweep the floor guy with the 12s or 13s and learn. This opportunity came and I thought about it. I said, I'm coming out of the juvenile setup with Thomas Davis, knowing that my guys and the teams that I've been involved with now can move on to a different voice. You know, it's a different time in their life, minor. And I said, these opportunities don't come twice. I'm going to grab it. If I don't get it, it's a learning experience. I think I can learn from it. I did ask at the interviews, I said I wanted feedback, positive or negative. It doesn't bother me. I will not be going away from Thomas Davis. I'm juvenile secretary here too. I'm hoping that the boss keeps me doing that because I love that. I'm probably not too much nosy for my own good, but I'm good, I'm organised, I'm structured. I'm probably aimly like that, but on the positive side, because at the end of the day, what I do, it's to drive the kids and the lads on, because I believe that if they want to succeed, they have to have people and the right pathway, and they like structure. Like my son has ADHD, and it's one of the things that I found, that having structure and balance drives it on. So no matter what you're doing in sport, whether it's football, hurling, camogie, it doesn't matter. If we put that in place, the kids will excel. And I put that back to development plans. So if we can put in place, I think our girls, and I know these girls, I've refereed them, I've done them here in the National Blitz in 2017, and I know how good they are. I know the talent in the pool that's there. I've been refereeing these games prior to the interview stages, so I know how good these guys are. And I think, you know, with the right people, and you know, I made a commitment that if I do get this job, the people I'm bringing in are young, they're passionate, they want to drive on, and I'm lucky enough that I think 2 of the people I'm bringing in have that, and I will push them and I will make sure that they will get everything that they need to succeed, because talking to them the last couple of days, they are biting at the bit to get out there and get the girls going. And I believe that it's the juggernaut change is coming for Dublin Camogie. I think now we have an opportunity to put 5, 6, 7 players to minor to senior level, and we can do that today. There's no doubt in my mind that we have that panel in place.
And looking at the underage, setup, your Galways, your Corks, your Kilkennys are consistently producing, All Ireland winning teams, at the underage level. Mm-hmm. So, to sort of break that, what are you going to bring to the table to break that stranglehold by those counties who constantly are the ones picking up the trophies at the end of seasons?
Well, again, I was lucky enough to get a couple of inter-county games last year at the 16 level, and what I noticed was that a lot of the girls seemed to be leaner, quicker, fitter. Their core and their stability was down to the ground. It was like they were going to the pole, for argument's sake. They were like Caribbean blood in them, and that struck me that they have to be so flexible. So what I said was that if I'm coming today, I want to make sure that we have an established strength conditioning program, which thankfully God is in place. I want to make sure that, and I've already made overtures. I've asked Kilkenny for a challenge on the 26th of January. I want to bring the girls away on a weekend, so that's done. I've emailed that's done and dusted. So I don't want to put them through a situation whereby they're playing teams that sure I may as well go down the road and play a second class team. These girls deserve the best. They will get the best. Next on the card then will be Galway and Cork. So before we even get to the National League campaign, we will have 2 of the 3 of the best teams played. So we know what we have to face. If we need to make changes, we need to tweak things, we'll do it. But the girls will be fully aware what's required and what's expected from them. And I've already made contact with 5 or 6 of the managers of the current panel to let them know that what's happening, that there is no change there. The girls are wanted, they're needed. They have a job to do in a couple of weeks for the trials, but I firmly believe that the best 28 girls will be selected very, very shortly, and they'll hit the ground running. And I am very confident that because I'm tasked with getting silverware and getting Dublin to finals and achieving that, and I think with them group of girls we will make it easy for them, because they will do it, and I don't have any doubt in my mind on that.
And looking at it, your first job obviously is the trials, which are coming up. When are they coming up?
We are proposing a launch night on the 3rd of November to basically kickstart this, because I want to really push this. One of the suggestions from the juvenile chair was that we would have the 16 champions would play a Dublin Select, so that will happen on the 3rd of November, please God. After that then we start every Thursday and Sunday right through to the first week in December, So every girl between the curling panel and people that we spotted, because as being a referee, I've been on the jungle drum saying to the lads who's doing well, who's doing what, and I have 10 pages of lists of girls at the moment that are either not on the panel and we need to identify. And between the help of the last year's 14 managers who will come on board and help, we will select the right candidates going forward with my own management team, and that's important. So they will get not one, not two, 4, 5, 6 opportunities to show us that they can do it. Again, I've about 10 people currently have committed. I'm very fortunate that I'm friends with the All-Ireland winners, managers Shane and Willie, and they will have already agreed that they will come out and help. 16 Division 1 managers have already said, the likes of John O'Connell have said, yeah, no Johnny, what you want, I'll come and help you. So again, because of the leverage and the relationship that I have with these, that and that's without even asking the executive, who with 2 great referees and people in that, with Jenny being the chair and Brendan, I know will come out and help if we need them.
And looking at the actual under-16s themselves, that's going to be a lot of players you're going to have a look at. It's going to be a difficult job whittling it down to 28, and that's a task in itself. But looking at the under-16s, and I won't say failure, but not winning All Irelands, what do you think needs to change within Dublin Camogie, and particularly at the level that you're going to be taking over at?
I think what we have to do is reflect on the success that Dublin Camogie have had between the seniors in the last couple of years, when David was in charge at the time, and also with Shane and Willie now having extreme success. Okay, so part of what I believe should happen is that we need to have a pathway in place that these girls know that there is an end game for them. That it's not we're going to give them a Dublin jersey and thanks very much and good luck and great junior cert and what have you. They have an outcome that if they do decide to get a scholarship to go to college, that Dublin Camogie can be a driving force behind that we can develop a change. As I said to you, I think there's a juggernaut change coming through and Dublin Camogie is on the up, okay? And if we can bring something to that, what we do need to bring is the winning mentality. And losing is fine if we learn from it, but if we don't learn, then and I don't like saying we're all losers, we're not, right? Have a very positive attitude that no matter what the girls can do, they can learn. But how we learn is important, and they have to learn that sometimes they're not on the 28. There might be an opportunity for them to get onto a beat side. There may not be. But the door for me will never be closed, and I want that very clear. The door will never be closed. Part of my plan again for next year is that because I can leverage refereeing, I can go and referee all the 16A games, 16B games, 16C games, because I know there's girls currently in Division 3 and Division 4 who are on the peripherals of the panel and have that little extra that can give us that bite. If I get a phone call from somebody to go out and look, I will go out and look at them. That is not a problem. But for us going forward, we have to make sure that those girls understand that success is great, but during success, failure gives us something to learn to get that success. So we set our standards. So the standards is to win and get finals. But during the way, there's going to be baby steps. And baby steps. Going to Kilkenny in this January probably is the maddest thing ever. But the girls know what the level is. But I believe with a strength conditioning program and a real attention to detail and fitness, that they will hit the ground running. And please God, they'll see the change and they'll be happy, and that's all they want. If they're happy, then we've a good crew, because it's not about me, it's about them.
And looking at the season ahead, look, you've only just been announced as the manager. You're still getting all of your bits and pieces in place, but what will a successful season be for you? What will the 2019 season?
Oh, All Ireland champions. That's it. End of story. And that's it. And again, I'm greedy. I'm hungry. I want to the best. Not for me, for them, because I know they can do it. And having a panel of 28, 38, and 48 is great. And trying to work with them. But if we have the best 28, and every one of them want to succeed and want to win. So when we do get to that final, that we've 10 or 12 girls on the sideline and are running up and down the line with water, or they're shouting and screaming and banging on the table, or they're giving out to me because they're not playing. That's what I want. And I give my word to them that whoever doesn't play in the league will get an opportunity in the following week in a different game. I will make sure that they get the opportunity, and that's it. So it's up to them to hold on to that jersey and fight for it. And I want that. You need that passion, you need it, and I think they have it.
Well, Jonny, if you instill your passion, your drive and your enthusiasm into the side, I've no doubt that you'll have a successful 2019 season. Thanks very much for taking the time out to talk to us tonight, and we will catch up with you very, very, very soon. And hopefully we'll be doing one of these at the end of the season, celebrating another All Ireland for Dublin Camogie.
Please God, thanks very much.